Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. No idea who sent this, no idea what's in it, but we're going to find out together. Thanks so much to whoever sent this. I'll reveal it here in a moment. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. Whatever this is, I will of course link it right down in the description of this video. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. This is from... Is it from Urban EDC Supply, perhaps? Okay, we have... What is this? Ah, the Wyvern. I didn't know what a Wyvern looked like, so there we go. So this says... That's why, because of the Seigaiha pattern, DLC titanium. I would venture to guess that this is from Urban EDC Supply. In fact, had I continued to look in the packaging, as I so often do not, I'd find this. So there you go. And all right, is that what it is? I don't know. We'll find out. So what do we have here? Oh, look, this is an interesting... Oh, it's Band-Aids. Okay, good deal. All right, so here is the designer's information. Yeah, there you go. And obviously we're not going to eat that. Maybe you would assume that I would. Okay, cool. So I'm a big fan of the Seigaiha pattern that Urban EDC Supply does on exclusive models that are sold there. So what we have here... Very Vero-esque flipper tab, right? I mean, I'll point that out. I know lots of people point it out, but not the first time it's been done. I mean, even before Vero, there were flipper tabs that were similar, right? Yeah, feels good. It feels about like what I'd expect. I wonder who the OEM is. It feels kind of like it's manufactured by Bestech or a company that is... I'm just going to guess that this is a Chinese OEM, and I'm going to guess that it's, WE knives, Bestech knives, perhaps Riot, but honestly, it feels a little Bestech-y. I don't know exactly how to describe exactly what I'm feeling. It's just after handling, like 2,000 pocket knives, you start to sort of ingrain that. We have a nice profile. I like that the texturing is separated. I'm sorry, the texturing separates what is like a sort of a faux bolster here because it's all just one piece of titanium. I like that he puts his name back here instead of up on the blade face. We have a little logo there and then nothing on the other side. I'm going to guess, are these numbered? Yeah, number 151. So I'm not sure exactly how many they'll do. The pocket clip is interesting. I'm not in love with the fact that it's so long. You guys know that I have a personal, preference when it comes to pocket clip length in general. Obviously, there are some exceptions depending on the... I'm going to get the camera to focus a little better. Depending on the design, right? But generally speaking, a pocket clip that is past that 50% line, considering the full length of the handle, causes problems for me because it's the bill of it or the end of it ends up in a part of my hand that's a little bit more sensitive. Yeah, a little bit more. I can feel it a little more while I'm, cutting. But anyways, thumb stud deployment feels good. The thumb studs are a little bit pointy, but not bad, and they're domed at the top, which is nice. Sometimes when they're just flat at the top, you kind of kick into that sharp edge. Not the worst. It's not quite as, pointy as like a Sebenza. Honestly, it's pretty comfortable. I mean, I'd be lying if I said that it was really uncomfortable, but pretty easy to reverse flick. Detent's good. The access to the lock bar is good. Huge cutout here. The most comfortable, grip right out of the box is going to be choked up in this flat zone right here, which is not really a choil, but you do have a nice big space here. This is basically just an oversized sharpening choil. It does give you a little bit of indicator like, hey, you're about to fall off of the index finger position and eventually run your finger into the blade, so I like that. There's a little bit of an indicator there. I would venture to guess that you can get these in like a combo satin and stone washed, or perhaps all stone washed, right? And then black as an option. I'm going to guess that the blade material is M390 because that just seems to be the material of choice with these knives that come through Urban EDC Supply. The detent feels good. I'm looking for some place where they may have hidden the blade steel. I'm fairly certain that that's where it is. This will be linked. If you have never shopped at Urban EDC Supply, they have a lot of different stuff there, right? And truthfully, there's a lot of stuff there that you don't really, I mean, some things that they sell there are, sold at other retailers. They have a lot of stuff that's just specifically exclusive to Urban EDC Supply. So if you've never checked them out, it's worth just taking a look at what they've got. Let's go ahead and do measurements here real quick, just so you guys can get a good idea of the size. This is not a review, just an unboxing and first impressions. So the overall length here is coming in at, actually it's shorter than I thought it would be. It's about 7 inches. I really thought it'd be about, no, truthfully, let's get right on the tip. It's about 7 1/8. Blade length is coming in at 3 inches on the dot. Cutting edge is coming in at 2.75. Let me get out some knives that we can do some size comparisons with. What do I have out here on the table already? How about, of course, the Demco 8010. How about the Sencut Crowley, which is just sitting here, so I'll use it real quick while I get the others out. Spyderco PM2. Sure, Ontario Rat Model 1. Let's do some shorter stuff up against the AD 20.5. Let's get these, sorry, I'm trying to get it right on the grid lines for you guys there. How about the Ontario Rat? A little dangerous leaving the blades out. Sorry, just trying to move quickly here. Ontario Rat Model 2. Definitely closer in overall size to the Ontario Rat Model 2. Same thing with the Spyderco Para 3. But I think, yeah, it's going to have more cutting edge than the Spyderco Para 3. Hogue Deca and Benchmade Bug Out are always good ones to do. There we go. And then last but not least, let's put it up against the Benchmade Griptilian, or in this case, the Ritter Hogue. Pretty cool. Oftentimes, as much as I love Urban EDC Supply, some of the stuff gets pretty pricey. So maybe, just off the top of my head, this feels right around that 225 to 240 zone, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's higher, right? I don't know. I haven't looked it up. I'll include those details and my thoughts about pricing once I do the final review, which this absolutely will get. But in the meantime, you guys are absolutely, welcome to check it out. So is this actually called the Wyvern? I mean, I have to assume, right? I mean, the sticker says Wyvern. I just have to assume that that's what it is. There's nothing else so I'm pretty sure that that's actually what we're going to call it there. Final thoughts here. I think my favorite way to deploy it is with this very low profile flipper tab, which is nice. I got to point out why this is nice. The shape of it and where you actuate it, right, allows for it to fall completely flat right here, which makes the choke up position actually usable. This is also the same idea, I have to guess, that Vero uses, right? It's the whole reason for it. If you have a flipper tab that hangs out this way, then you end up way behind it and unable to make use of this ergonomic zone. A lot of people would say, well, that's a guard, right? That creates a real guard for your finger so you don't run it up on the blade. True, I also like to get my index finger up right behind the initial cutting edge when I'm cutting straight down into really thick material, because it allows me to put, basically, it allows me to let the tool do the work and me do less of it, right? The further you are from that initial cutting edge when you're cutting straight down, the more work you're going to have to put into it. Anyways, that's really pretty much it today. Expect a full review on this guy. I'll link it down below. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.